Okay, so last video on our different operations for calculating fractions. In the next video, I will do some mixed sums with fractions, just so we can see when we've got a variety of adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing happening within one question. So to start off with, I've got 4 over 5 divided by 1 over 5. Now, one way that I like to sort of explain why this dividing trick works is we're all pretty familiar with dividing something by 2. We know 10 divided by 2 is going to give me 5. Now, if I was to think about something I would multiply 10 by to give me 5, I would need to multiply by a half. So 10 times a half is going to give me 5. Now, if I was to just state that if I have 2 over 1, now remember, fraction is just division, that's saying 2 divided by 1, that is the exact same as 2. Because again, 2 over 1, I'm just dividing 2 by 1, so 2 divided by 1 is 2. So I'm just going to change this one here to fraction. And what we can see, going from this step here to this step here, my fraction has now flipped upside down. So we can see here the 1 was on the bottom, the 2's on the top, and now my 1's on the top, but my 2's on the bottom. And when I do that flip, I can change the signs from divide into multiply, and then I can use the knowledge from the previous video and multiply those fractions instead. So that's just a little background as to why it works. If you really don't understand it, don't worry, but yeah, I just wanted to explain it. So I'm just going to get rid of this because we don't need it. And then, so here, that 4/5 stays the exact same. I'm going to change that divide into a multiply, and I put 5 over 1 here. So now, multiplying the tops together, and again, one of the things that I could have done that was one of the little tricks to make the simplification a bit easier. I can already see I've got these pairs of 5s on the top and the bottom. So I could, if I wanted to, just score them out now. So I've now got 4 over 1. But that's just 4 divided by 1, which is 4. Next one here, we've got 4 3/4 divided by 2/3. And again, want to just turn that into a top heavy fraction. So I'll do the big number multiplied by the denominator, add on what was originally on top. And that all goes over 4. And I'm just going to leave that number at the end there just until I finish sorting this out. So that's now going to be 19 plus 3 over... That's just going to be 19 even, because 4 times 4 is 6. 16, add the 3 is 19. So 19 over 4 divided by 2 over 3. And now I can do my flip. So the first fraction stays the same. Change that divide into a times. We now have 3 over 2. So I've got 19 times by 3 over 4 times 2. So 19 times by 3, that will be 57 over 8. And that does not simplify, so that stays as is. And that's all you need to do when dividing a fraction.